Greetings, adventurers. Today we're excited to introduce you to a new story, Dark Dice, a horror podcast that blurs the line between actual play and audio drama, where the story is determined by the roll of the dice. 6 adventurers embark on a journey into the ruinous domain of the Nameless God. They will never be the same again. One of the players is not what they seem after a doppelganger, a creature that can assume the form and voice of whatever it kills, infiltrates the team. As the players are picked off and replaced one at a time, can they figure out who the monster is before it's too late? Can you? In addition to a full-blown fantasy soundtrack with over 30 live medieval instruments and a 40-person choir, sound effects further enhance the story. Here's a quick example of what that sounds like.
The shambler with the jar of liquid inside of him.
Soren Arkwright let loose an arrow that cracked the glass, passing through the spine of the creature. The shambler still managed to maintain its forward momentum, but stumbled as it eagerly tried to bite and swipe at Soren, landing near his feet. As Rowena struck the shambling creature near Soren, she shattered the canister in its stomach, sending its liquid contents spilling to the ground. With a rush of liquid, the small fetus fell too, twitching and moving toward Rowena.
I'm gonna punt you.
Rowena launched the fetus into the mouth of the mimic with a kick.
So if you dare, gamble your sanity and subscribe to Dark Dice however you listen to podcasts, or on Spotify. Dark Dice can also be streamed at darkdicepod.com.
When were you born? When were you born? I know you, little one. Little one. Your eyes are blue. Your eyes are blue. What do you see? I hear you. Hear you. Your eyes are green. Your eyes are green. Whatever you are holding. Does it hurt? Does it hurt? You were not this way yesterday. You are not this way now. Not this way now. You are a creation. You are currently creating. You are currently creating. You were not born. Does it hurt? You were not born. You were molded. Molding. You are molding. Molting. You are molting. I know you. I know you. But do you know me? You know me. I hear you. I hear you. Your eyes are green. Your eyes are blue.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Rise of the Veiled Alliance, Tales from the Silt Expanse, episode 7, I believe, is that right? Episode 7. Let's say it's episode 7, it probably is. So, What are we doing? Well, our cast, our wonderful team, have managed to find themselves in a rather sticky situation in the middle of an ancient ghost city, about to come face to face with some of the more horrific elements the Silt has thrown in their direction. But first, let's go around and meet everyone before we throw them in the deep end, so to speak. So, going around, hey everybody! How's everyone doing this fine evening? Excellent.
Doing well. I'm a little nervous.
Good. Oh, Colt, why are you nervous, baby?
Well, because the last time, if I recall correctly, we may be fighting someone who can turn us all to stone.
That is correct. That is something that they can do. That is in their skill set. But on the plus side, Chronicle is currently swimming in circles, wondering where he is. So, I think you're probably gonna be fine for a round or two, and that's certainly the way we're going to start this off. I think it's probably we'll make it work. Anyway, before we ramble ourselves to death, let's go round the room and say hi, everybody. Starting with Bree.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
That's great. I'm okay. Good. So my name is Bree. My pronouns are she, they, and Kita's are she, her. And I play a rogue magma genasi. As of right now, Kita is coming to a head with Medusa looking dude. So
Medusa looking dude.
Medusa looking dude.
Medusa.
Medusa herself.
I'm going to be really, really boring and tell you what the male version of Medusa is called, because they do actually have a name. They genuinely do exist as a concept. I'm currently Googling it right now. No. It's called a maedar. They're called a maedar.
Maedar. You maedar that up.
No, I didn't. No.
All right, sorry. Back to Bree. Sorry,
wow,
that's enough of me.
So yeah, she's about to go head to head with a maedar, and currently she is half stone, so she's a little resistant to what he can do. And
you're half stone in the good way, not half stone in the bad way, which is interesting.
Right. So she is with their new friend, and they are creating a distraction while Chronicle is trying to find Reissa. So
this is correct. This is the state of affairs. Well, let's meet your new friend who you're currently standing with. Moving across to Indito. Shamani, how's it going?
Hi. Shamani is very nervous. Indito is having a great time. So yeah, I'm Shamani. I use she, her pronouns. And I'm playing Indito, who everyone met last episode, who appears to be one of the Silt Raiders of Tarelon, the place where they're currently in, but is kind of being kind of cagey about who she is and what's going on, and she seems to have some more magic stuff than the other raiders, and it's a bit weird. But there's a plan, and the plan involves Indito getting out of here, which she's very...
Well, maybe if you tell them a bit more about who you are and why you want to get out of here, that might happen.
Or maybe they will leave me here forever.
That's also an option. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Good, lovely. Thank you, Shamani. Very good of you. Let's keep going. No, I've already spoken. I've already spoken to them. We're good. Right, there we go.
I guess I can keep talking.
Yeah, let's meet the turtle swimming in the silt. Chronicle, good. Say hello.
Hi, I play the turtle swimming in the silt. Chronicle. He is swimming in the silt right now, hoping to try to find Reissa. That's it. I'm Cord. Hi. I mean, that's it.
Okay, righty-ho. Well, I mean, you rolled
I'm really
a 1
nervous
to find
about
Reissa.
this fight. Okay.
You rolled a 1 to find Reissa, so for now it's going to be a round of We'll get there. It'll be fine.
We'll get there.
Well, let's keep going around our group because we also have two people who are not in the fight yet, who have stayed completely out of it, and no one knows what they're up to. Rickis, let's talk to Kiana. Hey, Kiana.
Hi. I Kiana, I use she, they pronouns, and I play Rickers. Use they, them pronouns. They're a very don't know what's happening Kari Rogue, which is generally their state of being. They generally don't really know what's going on, but they're in it anyway. Or rather, right now, they're hanging out and just waiting for something to happen. And they aren't sure when it's going to happen or what exactly will happen, but waiting nonetheless.
I mean, you're waiting for the signal, which was obviously decided beforehand and was made very clear and defined by
Three different
everyone.
options of signals, and we don't know which one's going to pop up. Either the real one or the really not subtle ones.
Look, this is a D&D plan. On some level, they'll all happen.
Something will happen, and Rickis will make choices. And I will make some choices. That's just me pressing the big red button and hope something happens.
Well, I'll make sure I give you a big red button then. Speaking of big red buttons, Don.
The big red button himself.
Honestly, it was just a segue, but I'm very proud of the segue, and I'm going to keep it. It's good. I like it.
I appreciated it. Yeah. Hi, I'm Don. My pronouns are he, him, and I play Gulag, whose pronouns are he, him. And Gulag is a half-giant ranger. He's had a lot of jobs over the course of his life, and currently his job is to help his friend Reissa get to this island they're searching for and perhaps find Caesar. And Reissa is currently stoned, so that's a problem. So he's trying to problem solve, not his strongest skill. He has other skills, but problem solving's not really one of them. So currently he's hanging out with his good new friend Rickis. And I think they talked about, like, hey, should we play a game, or how do we want to pass the time until the screaming starts? And once the screaming starts, I don't know what's going to happen, but...
So your line in the sand is once the screaming starts?
I mean, that was one of the three options for what the signal was going to be. Yeah. I think, Don, I assume that that's going to be the one that happens, but who knows?
Who can say? Who indeed can say? Well, I think we should dive straight in at this point. Thank you very much, Don. So, Kita, Indito, you are inside this strange temple of elemental earth evil of some kind. You can see in this strange elemental temple that the silt is filled with these statues half protruding out of the ever slightly grainy washing of the silt around this space. And where the statues are coming out of the silt, they are very definitely being ground down. You can see some damage to some of them, fingers lost, entire parts of body being ground away to almost nothingness. And as you have been described, and Indito, you are aware, Kelestes, this earth druid of this space, Tarelon, this ancient city, has been using their connection with the silt to gain unnatural abilities and seems to want to return people they have petrified to the silt. Hence this setup. They have just reared out of the silt in front of Kita, kind of entranced and engaged with this very new rock-like form that Kita has that makes you look a bit like Ben Grimm's The Thing. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's just swirling around you, this large humanoid figure, but with a tail and a scaliness to them that isn't quite serpentine, is a bit more like clay that's sort of attached itself to a humanoid. But as they rear up and get closer, you can see that they are what was once humanoid is now completely defiled and transformed. Their face has strange cracks in this almost clay-like consistency, especially coming around the eyes. And their hair, where it comes out of their head, is straggly and messy, but no snakes. No snakes. It's not that kind of Medusa. But yes, This figure rears and moves around you, Kita, spellbound and engaged by this walking, talking piece of rock. It's exactly that kind of vibe. And Indito, you are standing nearby as Kelestes swirling in. What have you brought me?
Perhaps a new friend?
Do like new friends. I'm a particular fan of new friends of every kind. This is most intriguing. What are you?
I am an Earth Genasi.
No, I've met Earth Genasi, and you're something different.
Okay,
Something
well,
about you.
technically a magma genasi.
Oh. And yet you appear more rock than fire at this point.
Mhm.
It's just sort of coiling up and around the sort of slightly metally gangplank you are on with bits of metal and ceramic over the silt. And it's just coiling around, clearly very much intrigued by you, Kita.
Okay.
While Kelestes is distracted, can I try and look in the silt and just like glance over and see if it looks like maybe Chronicle is there going, "I found him, it's fine," or something?
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Because didn't have a signal for that part of it. So
No, please roll me a perception check for Chronicle.
oh dear.
All right.
That's a 25.
You don't see Chronicle because he's not there.
Well, yes, he's what? Can't see through silt, so this is a problem.
No. Also, he's not there. Like, he's just not there. This is not a thing. He has not made his way inside.
What? Wait, what? Really? I thought
He rolled a 1.
What?
He rolled a 1. He's swimming in circles.
Yeah, in circles.
But I made it in. I made it into the
Where else?
into the silt inside, right?
You're in the silt around
Yeah.
the temple. You're not inside the temple yet. No, you rolled a 1.
No!
I thought he was.
Hold on. We at the end of the episode of me falling into it.
Yeah,
I did roll a 1.
You halo dived in and then rolled a 1 to get inside the temple, so you're not inside the temple.
I thought I rolled a 1 to find him.
Yeah,
No, it was a 1 to find the temple building.
Oh,
Okay.
this is worse than I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't see hide nor hair. You can see a couple more of the raiders walking around this space, and you see a few of them were moving around on the roof as well. In total, probably somewhere in the vicinity of 10 of them. And of course, there are many, many more throughout Tarelon.
If there was a Chronicle down there somewhere, there'd be like some slight shifting of the grains of sand. Like, do I know something is wrong with the plan?
Roll me a paranoia check.
Don't have that.
Charmony, you rolled a very high perception check, which means you are aware that you are seeing very, very well. You would have been able to see Chronicle,
Damn it!
but Chronicle is not there. Maybe you should, I don't know, hold for time.
Well, that's what I would have done if he was there, to give him time to find Reissa, but given that he's not there, I'm not sure what that would achieve. Unless anyone
It's up
else
to you.
thinks differently. Like, if he's literally not here, the plan is bust. Like,
So wait. So
I mean,
so does
I don't know why you're looking at me like I've done something wrong.
does Keita see that Indito is like clearly freaking out right now?
Charmony, is
It's a
Indito
little, like,
flapping?
not flapping, but like
You're triple taking.
I'm trying to get also trying to get behind Kelestes so that I can like look at Keita like, this is your fault. Like, why are your people not doing? They're your people and they're not doing the things.
Oh, okay. So
She's looking at you.
She's gonna look at Kelestes and she's gonna start trying to distract him as best as possible, and Kita's gonna give a look to Indito like, figure it out. Do something.
Do something. What you give is do something.
Oh God. I don't know what your friend looks like. I don't know where your other friends are.
What are you gonna do? In the meantime, Kita, Kelestes is having a conversation with you, mostly along the lines of, so what's it like being made of magma? How does that feel?
Well, since I was born this way, it feels fine. Like,
but do you have moments where you're more liquid and moments where you're more solid?
Yes, actually. See,
do
my
tell.
actual form isn't all of this stone that you see. Some sort of accident happened.
I see. Right.
So usually my rock kind of just comes up on my forearms and that's it. But as you can see,
Shamini, we are literally just playing for time here. What are you doing?
Sorry, thank you. Indito is just going to if I like take an action now, that's a surprise round, isn't it? And there's no way I can give anyone else a surprise round because they're not even here yet. So I'm just gonna start a combat.
Okay. That's
because
sure.
Is that a terrible plan?
No.
Because I can yell and get the others to join, but that won't. I mean, I will do that anyway, but it won't be. Yeah. Oh, I could try and signal to Kita. I could do it like a 3, 2, 1. So Kita to be like.
So okay. So Kita's gonna.
Kita is an assassin, so if you get a surprise round, it's gonna be bad. Like, this is what we want. Like, I mean, if you're gonna drop the bullet, drop it. Drop the bullet. That's not a thing. Drop the shoe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go for it because
Kita, what are you doing?
The plan is awful.
Kita,
so I'm trying to signal to you so that you get the surprise round as well.
Okay, and Dito, what are you doing? What exactly are you doing again?
I am
currently going 3, 2, 1
to you, but like I'm gonna go for it, and then 3, 2, 1, 1ing it, so that we can go at the same time and both get a surprise round in. That's what I'm doing.
So as she's counting down, when she gets to 1, Kita's gonna be like, no,
No.
Actually, no. Like I'm sorry. I'm just feeling so sorry. I just have like a really rough past, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay,
I've dug too deep. Roll a deception check.
Let's see here. That is a 2. I perceive nothing.
No, deception.
That was deception.
Oh, I thought
deception.
My bad.
Deception. You lied.
Okay. You right. Okay, here we go.
I know.
Ooh, 24.
I apologize profusely.
No, it's okay.
Where are my manners?
No, sometimes I like to glow to, go outside to find turtles and other creatures, things like that, So it's just really difficult.
Okay.
You like to go outside? It's an interesting.
So I have a really bad history with hunting things, and one of the things that I commonly hunt are turtles. And I've been trying to stop for a very long time, and it's just been really, really
Ah.
difficult. So yeah, that's why Indito brought me here, because
I've
just
never
wanted
seen a turtle before.
Yeah, they're actually pretty friendly. Some of them are kind of keep to themselves, but
Oh.
I'm sorry.
And
Sorry, I didn't
you
mean to get
hunt
emotional.
them for sport.
Yes.
I understand the hunt.
You do.
I do. Not for turtles,
Mhm.
but
What do you hunt?
I understand the need to track down and conquer.
Yeah, me too.
Excuse me one moment. I'm gonna try and get a little excuse me in there while this is going on. So that I'm trying. So I just want to like.
Yes, thank you, Indito. You've
conversation.
been most helpful.
Okay. Oh no, I'm leaving. Okay.
Dito, did you want to say something?
Oh. I
Not
think
really,
Indito was
no.
leaving.
I'm leaving. Yes, I was very much
Okay.
leaving.
My
Sorry,
bad.
that was an excuse me one moment. Bye. Was the gist. Yes. And I'm going to go. How to climb outside the temple? There's a big dome with a hole in it, right?
There's holes in the roof of the temple because it is an old building and there are cracks and fissures, and there are ladders that go down to these gantries that hang over the silt with all of these petrified bodies in them.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the temple.
Okay.
Presumably there aren't that many guards around out here because Rickus and Gulag are just loitering around over there, aren't they? So it's not
Well,
like
there's a
super busy
couple,
around
not
here,
many.
right?
There's like 4 or 5 on the roof, yeah.
I'm gonna look for Chronicle again. I'm gonna like look in the sand, just being like, what? We've lost.
You lost something. Excuse me. Dito, you lost something.
Yes, I think I dropped it on the way in.
Ah, well, it's gone forever then, innit? It's in the silt now.
Can I still look? Well,
Do you want help? I could help you look for stuff if you want.
Yes, it was relatively valuable. If you see anything glinting in the silt, let me know.
Oh, yeah, sure. Roll a perception check with advantage, but if you see Chronicle, then this guard sees them too.
Okay. Well, that was a natural 20.
With advantage?
Yes.
Lovely.
That was a natural 20
you,
with advantage, yeah.
yes, you and your new guard buddy are both looking down. The guy goes, What's that? What's that there? And you can just see Chronicle just doing little circles in the silt, just in a little circle, just round and round.
And if I wanna turn around and whack him,
once in
but
a
like,
while.
will everyone? Are there a bunch of other people who are going to see if I turn around and whack this person?
Spray of silt as he.
Oh dear! No, I'm doing it. I don't care. Quarterstaff.
You're going to try and shove the guard in the silt.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, roll me an athletics check.
Oh dear.
Just gonna put a damper on his day. He's gonna be like,
I
oh,
know,
I'm
but
dirty.
he's 16.
Oh, yeah, I did not roll high enough for that. You just take your staff and just very carefully push him in. He Wilhelms, and goes flying off the edge and just lands in the silt.
In case anyone's looking, I'm like, oh no! I'm looking really troubled. Like, oh, I tried to catch him.
What happened by accident?
this big stick I'm holding? No, this was just
Roll me a deception check as 3 more guards. Hey, what happened to Crisp?
he
Chronicle,
fell.
someone just landed in the silt and died. Like just landed in the silt and someone is slowly asphyxiating in the silt near you.
I will go after them.
Okay, excellent.
I will try to save them.
Wonderful. This is good. What was the deception check?
Indito tells them he fell with just that level of realism because I rolled a 6.
Fell, did he?
He fell.
Gulag, Rickus, you can both see this happening.
But isn't that?
I like to imagine we're up above, right?
Yeah, there's a zip wire.
There's like a
they're about 6 feet away.
zip wire that goes down.
To here, or the zip wire goes inside the temple?
The zip wire goes to the top of the
inside.
temple. For a zip wire to go inside the temple, you have to like zoom through a crack into the temple, which would be very cool, but we haven't designed it. So
Which is what I thought we were doing this whole time.
No, it goes to the
zip
top.
line that went in.
It goes to the outline. Oh god, it goes to the top of the.
I have to check.
It's
the tapes.
in the silt. Oh, never mind. Yeah. The zip wire goes to the top of the temple, and you can't see inside it.
And Indido is on the outside, like the top of the temple on the outside. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I imagine like Gulag and Rickus have maybe been just like kind of hanging out, chatting. And Gulag just kind of poses the question as he's looking down, and he sort of notices this. He's squinting down there, trying to figure out what's going on. Hey, Rickus, you know, I've been wondering ever since I met you. Well, do you like being as small as you are? Because I kind of think it would be really helpful. You know, I get stuck in so many places, and people see me wherever I go, and sometimes I just, do you like it? Like, do you ever imagine what it's like to be big?
I mean, I like being small because that means I can get into a lot of places, tell them and stuff, but I mean, sometimes I do think about like being bigger, because I mean, like, I can't think high, I have to climb on things, and then sometimes I get yelled at because I climb on those things, because apparently I'm not allowed to climb on those things, even though I can't reach. It's really annoying sometimes.
Chronicle, do you want to try and save the guy in the silt?
Yes.
Cool. Roll me a
knew
grapple
this was
check to
gonna
try and
go-
grapple this person.
Like, I thought this was going to go badly, but this was not what I had pictured at all.
Well, good. What'd you get?
12.
12.
Well.
You swim over to this flailing body and just pick them up and lift them out of the silt.
I will protect. Yes. All right. Oh, you are not my friend. Oh, okay.
Who are you?
Yes. This, Chronicle.
Why did you push me?
Chronicle is I. One moment, we're just 1 second here. You go. There is the ledge. And I kind of push him up onto the ledge, and then I'll be back. And then he just dips back. into the
And all the guards are now like they run towards the edge and start stabbing into the stilt towards Chronicle. Make some attack rolls with disadvantage.
Rickus, I don't think I understand what our plan is exactly.
I mean,
Oh
we
my
haven't
God.
seen this.
Stop
we haven't
putting me.
seen this
I don't
thing,
want to talk to these
right?
two people. They're just they're whistling away about nothing. I don't want to talk to them. Oh, okay. They stab into the sand, and Chronicle, they try and stab you, but they miss, and you realize, oh, they're not very
You sure?
friendly.
Hold on. Well, hold on. You want to make sure. What about this scene? Get back to the damage. Is everybody good over here? I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold on to the damage that may be happening to Chronicle.
I rolled 2, like 20s, 19s, 18s, and 2 4s or 5s. So no, they don't hit you. They stab into the sand repeatedly, but you are gone, and you realize that maybe they didn't hit me. Maybe they do want to hurt me. Maybe I should have left that guy in there, but maybe not. And you don't see through the silt so much as you sense through the silt using the way. And you start to sense some cracks in the wall that you're nearby that would get you inside the temple, which is where you're trying to go.
Echo-wacation. All right, whatever. I'm trying to figure. Okay, yeah. Well, I was trying to figure out how that would have made sense.
I'm not getting
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll workshop it. It's exactly what's happening. Is a thought goes out, and I wait for it to reflect off of something, so I can then measure the distance between it and coming back to my own brain. Right. Anyway, I will do that. That's how it works. And
So-
so if there's a crack nearby, he's going to try to.
But there are this
and try
temple
to make
structure,
his way
this
towards
dome that's over the top of the temple, which is all that peeks out of the silt, is broken and shattered in many places. There are many ways to get through it, which you do. Indito, Crisp, the guard mentioned earlier, is now coughing up silt, lying on the side, and clearly annoyed at being shoved off the end. And the other three are asking him what's going on. And you're smart enough to know this is a problem. Like, he's now going, "She pushed me into the silt. Why did you push him into the silt? What's going on? Who was that?
Can I?
What was that?"
Is there a direction that I can walk? That if they were to follow me, it would be taking them further away from the temple.
I mean, you're standing on the temple. You're standing
Can
on the dome.
other than the zip
that
line,
is the temple.
is there a way off this temple?
Yeah. There's other like
Is there a
ceramic-y
gangplank?
platform and gangplank and things. Yeah. If you move away from them, they're going to try and grab you or hit you because they're pretty sure that you're doing something shifty. Because you pushed someone in the silt who's now going, "Why did you push me in the silt?" I mean, that's.
I did. I just don't want them to yell out. That's all I want.
I mean, they're
them to
basically
do.
shouting at you already. Like something's
are
clearly
they?
wrong. Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. Gulag Rickus, there's definite shouting coming from the roof of the temple.
Hey, I think that's our cue. How far is this temple away from us right now?
The zip line is maybe 60 foot long, but sliding down it is just your movement action.
Okay, I want to do something. So,
Okay.
Rickus May should probably go first. I'm just.
Please break the rope. Please break the rope. I'd love to help.
he hears the screaming. He stands up and he like slides his axe back over his shoulder into the leather strap, and he offers one hand down like a platform to Rickus, and then he holds another hand out over the edge of this overlook down towards the direction of these four individuals and Indito. And he turns his hand upwards and he blows into his hand. And as he blows, there's an absence of air in the space that his breath is passing through. It's like a vacuum of air. Shoots down directly towards the space where the bandits are. And I would like to cast silence on them.
Very cool.
So
As you do that, Indito, as they're turning and they go, "What are you..."
Indito, realizing this, just smiles. A really big smile.
And if you smile, they're going to attack you. They're just going to launch themselves at you because they've realized that something's going wrong and they're clearly under attack.
That's fine.
I think the best thing to do here is to roll initiative, and then we'll work out how all the pieces fit together. So can everyone please roll me initiative to get the ball rolling, and then we can work out all the rest of it from there. Just shout them out, please.
8 for Indito.
14.
Thank you. 14.
19.
19, 8, and...
20.
20. Wow.
That tracks.
Wow. I think it does. It really tracks. I like this moment. Kita, inside the temple, you hear slightly raised voices from outside, which then go completely silent. It appears that Kelestes doesn't notice, still engaged and still trying to almost comfort you because you were so upset about stuff, and clearly cares. Clearly cares, like instant sense of affiliation and connection to you, and is trying to support you and understand why you need to go outside and hunt turtles, but it's fine. It's a thing. And is just sort of curled up next to you as you realize things are about to go afoot. Do you want to take an action in this round?
No, I'm gonna keep distracting him.
Keep distracting. Okay, that's fine. Cool. In which case, you keep distracting, which also means that Kelestes at this point doesn't enter initiative, has no idea anything's going on. Lovely. Chronicle, you are swimming inside, and you've managed to make your way through a crack in the silt. As you move into this space, you are recognizing there are many, many shapes in the silt around you, and your equilocation. There it is.
There we go.
Your equilocation allows you to get a sense of these are humanoid figures. These are statues in the silt, but you would need to look very carefully to find Reissa and have any concept of which statue is Reissa. How do you want to try and find him? Talk me through it. You've got all of your actions, abilities at your disposal. Tell me how you want to find Reissa.
I think he's going to swim around, but as he does, I think how this echoey location is, instead of equilocation, I'm going to change the canon or the narrative of that and say it's actually the what is it called? It's my telekinetic hand, so it's mage hand.
Oh, you sort of
and
move through
that's
the silt.
sweeping around, and that's sort of sweeping a perimeter. And if that knocks into something, then I may go inspect it.
Okay, so your telekinetic hand sort of, as it moves through, you instantly find statues of people. There are hundreds in here, and as your hand starts to move over them, can you roll me a sleight of hand check to see if you can recognize people in the silt? Interesting use of sleight of hand. I dig this.
Very interesting. So yeah, it's a 4.
It's just faces. It's just faces and bits of body and hands right now.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a statue. It's definitely a petrified person. You're starting to recognize what this probably is. Can you also roll me a stealth check?
I can roll a stealth check. That one's not better. That is a 3.
Well, we're still in initiative, but I'm going to cheat this slightly. Keita, you see Chronicle just pop out of the silt and is looking around, and it's very
spray of mist.
It's very clearly there. How would you like to give Chronicle advantage on a stealth check? Or do you want to just go for it? It's fine.
I don't even know. I don't know.
A cloud of silt just drifts. What the?
I think I'm gonna pull Medusa Boy away, further away from the scene, I guess, so he doesn't happen to look over and see what happens.
How are you going to pull him away? What's the
just pull him away from the opening where we can see Chronicle clearly trying to do stuff.
Marvelous night for a stone dance.
Wait, what's the impetus? Are you going, join me in a ballroom dance? Is it just hold me close? What is it?
No, I'm so distracting. I'm trying to distract him.
But give me the impetus. Is it come with me quickly? I need to go and stand over there.
No, more like a I need to tell you a secret kind of thing.
Oh, you say that?
Mm-hmm.
A secret, you say?
Yeah.
Well, I'm always intrigued by secrets.
She's so creeped out by him. So she's just she's like, God. She's like, I haven't told anyone this yet, but I am the last of my kind. So I'm very rare, and
a rare jewel.
Yeah, so sure, Jules pushing it. But Indito kind of brought me here.
I see.
As a favor to you,
I am a collector. It is true.
Mm-hmm. I can kind of see that you collect things.
Oh, would you like to see my prizes? Starts turning around towards Chronicle, still doing doing Free Willy dives through the water.
Hey, let's just keep talking. We could save that for the end. I'm anticipating a bunch of jewels, a bunch of very valuable things, and you don't want to spoil it right now, especially when we're starting to get to know each other, you know?
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Anticipation.
Mm-hmm.
This I can work with. Chronicle, can you roll me the advantage stealth check? You just someone gift that. Someone gift that.
What did you need to roll?
It's a stealth check again. You got given advantage. That's what that was.
12.
Right. I can certainly anticipation its turns. What is going on? And yep, Kelestes enters initiative. That's just what happens now. It didn't work.
God.
Such a good try. It was such a good
It was
plan.
such a good try. It was such a good try. We tried everything, but no. What's in my... And just leaps off of the gantry down towards Chronicle immediately. Someone's playing with his toys. Right, Chronicle, in the silt, you're moving around and suddenly you find yourself like face to face with this humanoid figure, clay-like scales all over their body, and they're just down up at you and, what are you doing? Can you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
On qual is a 12.
Okay. You can feel yourself hardening up around the seams. You are definitely having some trouble moving, and you can feel the weight starting to drag you down in the silt. It's becoming very hard to keep afloat as well. This is an unpleasant feeling.
If it is unpleasant, I will retreat to my shell.
Is that something you do on your turn?
Yes.
Or is that something you can do as a reaction? Okay,
That
it's
is
not
a
your
turn.
turn at the moment. It's not your turn at the moment, so that hasn't happened yet. As you are being there, Kelestes is going to wrap his tail around you. You are restrained, so it's advantage on the attack roll. That's cocked. That's terrible. Kelestes tries to wrap around you with his tail, but you're a bigger shape than he's used to, and you are sinking faster. So he doesn't manage to grab hold of you and grapple you, but is sort of following you down into the silt, just looking at you, trying to suss out what you are and what is going on. Keita, you can see this all happening from the balcony. Lovely. Gulag. You have silenced this group who are all clearly about to attack Indito. What would you like to do?
I think Gulag takes his left hand that he had just blown through, and he places it on the zip line so that like two fingers are split in the middle of the rope so he can hold on to it with one large hand. And he offers the other hand, the other palm down to Rickus, and he says, you trust me?
Yeah!
Oh, God.
Have fun! We're gonna go!
And he's gonna slide down the zip line towards these silenced raiders in Indito.
Your movement will get you down the zip line, and directly, if you want to leap off and land amongst them and take your action, you can.
Can I, like 10 feet out before he gets there, use Rickus as an improvised weapon and throw her at one of these
Throw them.
individuals? Yeah.
It's just
Throw them. You can definitely throw them at this group. Rickus, are you comfortable being an improvised weapon?
oh yeah, absolutely. Rickus is here for being yeeted.
Okay.
Hey,
What I'm gonna say.
thanks for being a good sport about this.
Okay. You chuck Rickus at one of these people. Are you trying to like knock them off the side? Are you trying to use Rickus as a sort of long-range weapon of damage dealing? What's the plan here?
Improvised weapon. So he has boulder throwing, which means that I can make improvised weapons with larger objects.
I will allow. In which case, throw Rickus, and Rickus will do boulder damage to one of these guards. Why not?
Oh no!
In for a penny. Oh no!
I don't have advantage because they don't see me. Right? This is just a regular attack.
It is a surprise round. They can't see you and they can't hear you. It's not a surprise round. They're doing things, but they are surprised by you. So yeah, you have advantage. Nicely lawyered.
That makes my roll of a 1 go all the way up to a roll of 4, which is an 11. Doesn't an 11 hit?
As you slide down and yoke Rickus just goes flying into the silence, and suddenly just goes flying over. Indeed, you can see Rickus going over the top of these 4 figures and landing awkwardly on the roof next to you all.
Really, really misjudged that, and then he'll let go of himself and draw his axe and try to come down on top of one of these guys.
Second attack, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the range on your boulder toss? Just checking.
It is. I can. Where's this? It just says I'm proficient with improvised weapons. I can throw them. Oh wait, I have it over here. It is short range, 30 feet, long range, 120 feet.
Well, you missed, so let's see how badly you missed. Can you roll me... Okay, roll me a d12.
Okay.
Pray for low.
At 8.
Rickus, you are hurled 80 feet over this miles away, over the top of this entire thing. Like out of the range of the silence, just completely gone.
I don't suppose I could try and catch a flying Rickus as they go past, could I?
If Rickus has been thrown 80 feet, it's not 80 feet in a straight line, it's an arc parabola. I'm pretty sure it's too high up for you to go whoop and catch.
Really hope we're still friends after this.
Line drive.
I'm going to be kind, and I'm not going to make you roll damage to see how much damage you do to Rickus by throwing them into the roof. But I was going to say Rickus just boom, 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 hits the ground and rolls 80 feet away from this mess. But Gulag, on the far side of the dome, but Gulag, you can, your second attack, jump down and just try and cleave into one of them. That's absolutely fine.
Okay. Rolled a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
That'll be 25 slashing damage.
Yep, in one hit, first one, you just literally cleave one in half, land bits of them flying all over the place as bones snap, and the huge impact of this giant axe just sends the corpse tumbling in pieces away. It's a horrifically brutal attack. There would be a scream and some horrible noise, but there's silence.
They're silenced. Yay! So it's very, very silent, but very gruesome. It's splattering all over him. He kind of blinks it out of his eyes.
Silent but deadly.
That was with Great Weapon Master, so I can use my bonus action to make one more attack.
Go for it. As you land, you then swing backhanded and try and knock another one of them. No problem.
Okay. Do a regular attack. 26.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This one will be 11 slashing damage.
Okay, the second one you backhand, you don't do anywhere near as much damage to, but it's still a hefty hit. And the second one, in detail, there's 4 of them, and one is just gone, and the other takes this heavy axe blow and stumbles back down the roof, nearly falling off the edge, but managing to hold their ground. Right. Gulag having now landed it amongst them, 2 of them, the one you hit and another one, Gulag, are going to turn on you and try and attack you. They're going to pull out these quite sharp, short, vicious-looking machete-style swords and just both leap in and try and hack at your ankles. Right. The highest there is a 12.
No, that'll be a miss.
No, both of them try and reach and hack at you.
He cuts through and just kind of spins his blade, cleaves the other one through the back, and then sweeps it low just in time to kind of protect his ankles. Because he knows they always go after the ankles.
Yeah, you're a half giant. I mean, where else are they going to go for? Indito, one of them is going to, Crisp, the one who was lying on the ground, is going to instead turn and try and leap at you, and again pull out one of these very sharp machete-like blades and try and slash at you. For clearly you are involved. Ooh, 16 to hit.
It's
You take the hit. Ugh, terrible. You take 3 points of slashing damage as just leaps out and slashes across you. This is still in complete silence. Inside, more of these figures are running around the gangplanks. They saw Kelestes leap off and move down towards this figure in the silt, and they're running along the gangplanks, Kita. They're not attacking you. They don't know what this is. They're just running off to see what's happening with their boss. There's another 5 of them on the inside currently running to see what's going on and if they can assist Kelestes in any way, but they're not currently being aggressive towards you. At this point, you are not seen as a combatant in any way.
Okay. How far is the jump down?
It's not your turn. I'm just telling you what the guards are doing.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Back outside, Rickus, you 80 feet away from the silence. You see Chronicle. It's not Chronicle. You see Gulag landing and causing all kinds of horrific damage, and Indito gets slashed. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm 80 feet away from that situation going on. How about my entrance into the dome?
There are many small cracks with ladders. You could easily climb down any one of them.
What's going on down there?
If you poke your head in and sort of look down, you can see that this large figure, Kelestes, who you haven't seen before, is in the silt, sort of bearing down on what looks like Chronicle in the silt, and you can see Kita on one side and a whole bunch of guards running over to assist their boss.
Okay, well, it kind of looks like Gulag has this in hand. Over there, 80 feet away. So I'm gonna kind of head in with bow and arrow and try to shoot at a cluster if I can. In range.
You're gonna shoot? Oh, okay, yeah, go for it. You definitely can.
Yeah, I mean, if he's coming down on Chronicle, I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, please do. Make attack roll.
Oh, do. That is a 11.
An 11 to hit.
Yep, apparently.
Yeah, your arrow goes flying out and lands in the silt nearby, but doesn't impact. You're missing entirely. Some of the guards look around and see you and just, what's going on? And start pointing up there and pointing at you, like they're realizing they're being attacked from all sides now. Well, things are clearly going wrong.
I'm taking a nimble escape. I'm disengaging and hiding bonus action.
You're gonna hide? Okay, roll me a stealth check to hide in this gantry and these rafters where it's quite hard to see.
Yeah, I do have Mask of the Wild to help me, but let's hide. That's 15.
15? Their passives are not fantastic. So you slide into the shadows. They know that someone's around. They're aware of someone being here, but they can't see you specifically. So they are aware of you being there, but not specifically where you are. D&D rules. Indito, you're still in this silence, means you can't cast any spells. And Gulag is in front of you doing what he does best. What would you like to do?
Do I know how big the silence is likely to be? Could I step outside of it?
Yeah, I think so. I would allow. Also, silence, if you step outside of it, you could also, if you step backwards, you'll take an attack of opportunity for stepping backwards because there's one on you.
Oh, yeah, that
But if you step backwards and step out, you can easily find somewhere where you can hear yourself and then cast spells. That's perfectly fine.
Actually, no, I'm just gonna go straight with the quarter stuff.
Okay.
I'm trying to do anything. I'm just going to try and I'm just going to sort of hiss and whack the one in front of me. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits, yes.
And that is 4 points of damage.
Well, you hit him. Silent combat. Ching! Whack. Numb.
Yeah.
Cool. Lovely. Bonus actions, movement?
No, I don't think I will. Ugh, I could No, I think I'm going to stay in the silence.
Cool. You do. Keita, you have seen this situation unfolding in front of you. You saw Rickus briefly, but now they're hiding in the rafters somewhere. There are these 5 guards around trying to deal with the situation, and yeah, Kelestes is bearing down on Chronicle rather scarily. What's it going to be?
Yeah. How far is that jump down to?
Down into the silt. The silt itself, you know this from your own experience, that being in the silt is not necessarily dangerous, but it is something that literally just swallows you up very quickly. And if people don't get you out very quickly, you asphyxiate very, very quickly. So if you were going down into the silt, you'd know it would be potentially very dangerous.
Okay. So these 5 guards that are inside, you said they're not paying attention to me, correct?
No one at this point is paying attention to you. No one sees you as a threat at this point. So your assassin ability still is there if you want to attack someone, but you only get it for 1 hit.
Okay. So as far as the silt goes, does it melt at all when it's heated, or does it solidify at all?
It tends to firestorm. It tends to dissipate and just burn out.
Burn out? Okay.
Like
Are there any stones or any rocks around in this room?
There are many statues of people.
Yeah, I don't want to use.
You can.
Okay.
I mean, they're all like some of them. Some of them are like there's some you can see like even if you could turn them back into flesh, you probably shouldn't. They're just lumps of stone now with some vaguely humanoid features.
Oh, I thought you meant just.
I'm gonna go over to one and I'm gonna crack a hand off. Like, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna heat it up.
They're quite a long way down. They're quite a long way down. You have to jump down onto one of them to do this.
Oh, jump down onto one of them. Okay, can I?
Yeah, in a gantry.
Do that.
Yeah, sure. You jump down. Roll me an athletics check. Let's see how well you land.
Okay.
Or acrobatics. I don't mind.
Whoops. That is an 8.
Is this for jumping?
Yeah.
Was that athletics or acrobatics? Because you can use acrobatics if you like.
That was acrobatics.
Okay. You jump off and whoop, disappear into the silt.
What? I'm in the silt.
You just into the silt.
Okay.
You instantly feel it like you've been in silt before and it's unpleasant. You're like, oh, like you can claw your way onto something and it is one of these statues again, but it's taken all of your movement and action to just get you to this point, and you're now just hanging on one of these statues, just barely sticking your head out of the silt while all of this is happening about 10 feet in front of you. Chronicle, you are currently restrained. Yep.
Yes.
What would you like to do? You are just in the silt, and Kelestes is sort of curling around you, trying to get a better sense of what's going on with you. It doesn't look like he's particularly interested in attacking you, because you'll make a lovely ornament. But he is watching you, and you are clearly feeling like parts of yourself like hardening up.
Meta-wise, is this my last round of action before I turn into a statue?
You get another saving throw. You get another saving
I get
throw
one
at
more
the end of
saving
your
throw, and then it's time. Okay.
Your speed is currently 0. Your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on a bit on dexterity saving throws too.
Very hard, but I'll try my best. Okay, great. So I have 1 shot. I lied. I have 2 shots. So what I'm going to do here, because I have 3, so that's actually even better. Because I have an attack, I have multi-attack, extra attack, and then I have a bonus action to snap. So I'm going to try to use all of these 3 tries while I feel myself like turning to stone and he's swooping by, I want to grab him and latch onto him.
With the snap, like just use the...
Yeah, I'm gonna do it 3 times, and try to snap on. And if I can, hopefully I can act as. And if I do turn into a rock, then I will weigh him into the silt. Hopefully.
Okay.
Here we go. 19.
That hits. Yes. Yeah. You hit already. Yeah.
25.
Yeah, you absolutely hit. Go for it.
Sweet. So immediately just does 4 damage. I'm sorry, that's 7 damage. And then I am going to just sink my jaw down and let the petrification take hold.
You want to be petrified?
Yes.
You're going to choose to fail the saving throw?
Yes. But I want to latch onto him. What I'm thinking is, like, if you tie a rock, I know this because of horror stories that my parents have told me. If you tie a rock to a frog and throw it in a pond, it's a dark story. The frog will perish. So, I'm thinking with that same sort of mentality, is if I am the rock here, I can then at some point leave it up to the party to help. But if I can keep him out of the fight, so I'm going to try my best to do that. I'm going to latch on and then freeze up and be the rock. I think I actually will even take up in his limbs, except for his long neck, grabbing onto him wherever it may be, if it's a tail or a leg or something, and then just.
I mean, it's part of the sort of extended corpus, but yeah, you latch on, and Keita, you can see Chronicle latch on, and then Chronicle just hardens up into stone. Yeah, Kelestes, realizing what's going on, desperately tries to roll for it. Desperately tries to swim out of the silt, and you just see this figure just being swallowed by the very element that defines him, and this sudden look of panic and fear and realization of what's about to happen, and you get this very faint no, and then it just sinks beneath the silt and is gone.
Yes.
Sorry. That's remarkable. Wow.
All right, it's up to you, party.
Oh my god.
You got this.
Oh my god. Okay, Gulag, you're outside and everything's fine.
Sure. So Gulag takes his axe after having blocked the couple of blows, and he spins it around. He says something really cool that nobody can hear because he silenced the air all around them. And then he's going to try to upswing at the one that he's already struck once. It's kind of weak.
Yeah.
Be a 21.
Yeah.
So that'll be 8 more slashing damage.
Still standing, but looking quite badly hurt now. Like you probably cut off a oh no! Oh, that really hurt.
Fine, I'm still here.
No. Uncle's gone.
Okay, yeah. So off goes a limb. Let's say I'll go ahead and make my second attack.
Yeah, like just cleaving this person is just like the screams and the horror is just there, but
oof, that is a natural 1. So that's an 8 on the second attack.
No, it's a natural 1. 1 is a 1.
Yeah.
But you miss the figure now desperately trying to sort of scrabble away from you, manages to move out of the way of your second strike, desperately trying to get out of this mess and get out of here.
Okay. Let's see. I'm silenced. See if I can do this.
You can drop silence whenever you want, can't you? But you don't know. You don't know that this is sensible to do. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think he. I think he's going to try to, after he sweeps and takes off a limb, he's going to try his best to position himself to kind of circle around, keeping his axe between him and these 3 bandits, to see if he can't basically provide some cover for Indito.
Okay. So you start moving to try and moving in front of everyone to try and take on all of these strikes that may be coming your way.
You'll just sort of jerk a head over his shoulder, like in the direction of like one of the cracks behind him.
Mm-hmm. Sure. As you do this, it is now the various guards' turn. You can still can you hear inside silence? Because it's just the people inside can't speak, but you can still hear inside silence, can't you?
Silence. So for the duration, no sound can be created or passed through.
Cool.
Yeah.
In which case, the guards in are still going to keep attacking you. So the one with 3 hit points is going to just vaguely run up and try and stab at the big giant, but also realizing probably not going to go that well. Oh, that's not a bad roll. A non-nat 20. So 5 points of damage. This it just stabs violently with the sort of machete-like short sword and stabs deep. The other one, already sensing your weakness, is going to dive in as well. That's a 16 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll be a hit as well.
Oh, that's good. 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And the third one, now that you've stepped in front and now that Indito's been pushed back a little bit, is also going to go for you. That's a nat 20.
Okay.
That's not too good. That's 7. That's 10 points of damage.
Cool.
The 3 of them are going to keep attacking you. They have no reason not to. However, from inside, Keita, you can see this, and Rickus, you can see this too. The rest are sort of running towards where Kelestes was. Boss? Well, what's going on? What? They're just going to stand around looking a bit like what? Just standing, looking... Oh, there we go. You're just looking down into the silt. They're confused. They have no idea what's going on. They're just looking around. And you can see, Keita, that 1 or 2 of them, seeing that something's gone wrong, are turning around and running. They are just departing. They are like... There's very clearly a "fuck this shit, I'm out" kind of vibe, and they're just like moving off, and like very clearly like there's some that this is going to be bad, and they're just moving away and moving out, and trying to get out of this mess. Rickus, you're inside. There's still some guards hanging about that if you turned up might be angry about it. You don't really understand or know at this point, but you saw Chronicle do what he did and drag Kelestes under the silt. Do.
Yeah, these guys don't look aggressive towards Keita, right?
No, they look like they're trying to sort out what's happened to their boss. They're not quite sure. They look confused more than anything else.
Okay. Currently, I'm just gonna shimmy my way across the rafters, just on not exactly where they saw me last.
Well, you're still hidden, so you're moving. Yeah. They seem to have lost focus on you entirely because of the situation that's unfolding in front of them. Like, something's clearly gone horribly wrong.
Yeah. So, is there any sign as to where exactly these 2 went into the silt? Or is it just flat now and nothing?
It's silt. It's flat now.
Yeah. Okay.
Roll me a perception check.
Sure. 21.
As you're looking into the silt, trying to find, you can see that there's the Statue of Reissa is just right there, just pointing out. It's very close to where Keita is, but Keita's not holding onto Reissa. Is there all?
Perfect.
Yep, I'm gonna start shimmying my way towards the part of the roof that'd be kind of on top of that.
That's fine. Now, I'm going to ask all of you, because you're all here, do you think I should roll to see how much silt damage Reissa has taken, or do you think I should be kind?
How
Silt
quickly?
damage.
I thought it was
What?
really
How would he
slow.
take?
I thought it was really slow, like the gradual
grinds
grinding
it
of
down.
grains on stone.
It would
But
be.
How long's it been?
Yes.
It's not been very long, has it? I don't know.
I
like-
know, but I just want to.
Do it.
Yeah? Should I? Yeah.
When he comes
Yeah.
back, he has no fingerprints because
Toby
it's
will
all
love
been
it.
smoothed
Yeah, he has
out.
no
He has no
fingerprints. He's got
fingerprints.
like pock marks all over his skin.
His clothes are sort of like really sweat, like
Yeah. Oh, that'd be fun.
thin.
Oh, he would hate that. Yeah, let's do it.
I rolled a
Oh, no.
19 on a d20. I will make the choices based on that. The statue looks like it's got some vague damage in places.
Oopsie.
It's your fault. I asked and you said I should do it.
Well, of
I
course.
feel like you already made your decision, Chris.
No, I
Yeah.
wanted to. I wanted to, then I thought, no, it's too
Oh.
cruel, and then you all convinced me. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to as well. Yeah. I have no regrets.
We lost a finger. But yes, you can see this Reissa statue. The hand that's pointing out, there's a finger very clearly missing.
Oh no.
Snapped off.
That's a 19.
Yeah, that's a
Gonna
19.
be fun.
If it had been a nat 20, I'd
explain.
have taken his hand.
Gulag,
but
do you
yeah.
know where my finger went? I seem to
Phrasing.
probably mistaken. We may
anyways.
need to go back to the place. and
you
retrieve my
doing, boss?
So, Rickus, you are crawling across these gangplanks, keeping your stealth check, and you are getting over where Reissa's statue is as well. That's fine, I will say.
Yeah.
In Dito, there are still 3 of them, quite close quarters. Gulag is sort of shielding for you a little bit, but there's still 3 of these guards who look... One of them looks very badly hurt, one you've whacked, but they don't look that badly hurt yet. The first one that Gulag took out took a really hefty blow, but yeah.
This is all the worst. So Indito is going to take Gulag's sort of signal, like it throws her off for a bit in sort of confusion because it seems almost altruistic. She's like, what are you doing? Like, not expecting the backup almost there. But she's going to step
This is
back
what
from
friends do. Sure.
it.
Attack
Can I
opportunity
take-
from the one
Yeah, I
in
was
front of
gonna say,
you. It's a 6 on the dice, so that's a 10.
Doesn't hit.
There's a slash as you step back, but you manage to step back away quickly enough, and you are out of the cone of silence. You can now hear from below a couple like, what's going on? And you can also see a couple of the guards running up various gangplanks out the temple shouting, something's wrong with the boss, something's wrong. Oh no! Like this is like something's clearly wrong.
They're very much shouting. Can I climb up to the nearest entrance, look in, see the scene that I presumably see? Are there any
Yes.
guards still in there? People nearby?
2. There's 2 guards standing on one of the balustrades, looking down into the silt. Like, boss, what's going on?
I'm gonna yell to them. What the hell happened?
Oh, what? Something that looked a bit like a big lizard with a shell. I don't know what it was. Grabbed him and pulled him under. And his new friends in the silt as well. As Keita's there, hanging on for dear life. I don't know what's going on.
They're both under there.
Yeah. Do you think we should try and get help?
Should try and get him out. She is
How?
going to show her hand, but that's fine. She is going to wild shape into there's a moment where it all starts shimmering scaly, and her eyes sort of like narrow into slits, and she's going to do what Chronicle was trying to do, which is some sort of like dive into the silt, and as she's going, transforming into an Inyx.
Very nice.
Are you familiar with those?
It's a dark sun
Yeah, it's a lizard, right?
It's a dark sun lizard.
Yeah.
It's a lizard by another name.
And she's going to try and dive into the silt and try and find them. I think Kita's not in an imminent risk of dying, is she?
Ish.
Kita seems fine.
Because the thing is that the guards
Kita's having a Kita day. You've seen Kita do the hang-on koala kind of.
The guards didn't say that Chronicle was petrified, so I'm kind of thinking that I need to. Yeah, not quite sure what's going on down there, but I would like to go and find out. And
you swan dive and
out.
In the air, this beautiful shimmer with scales and slit-like eyes. Hint, hint. You turn into an Inix and disappear in a puff of silt as you dive straight into the silt. And as you swim down through the silt, you as a creature, as an Inix, you would have some ability to move through the silt, some understanding of it. And as you go into it and move down through it, you can feel thrashing and huge amounts of thrashing and movement under the silt. Clearly something very large is suffocating.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna try and.
Are you proud of yourself, Cord? Are you proud of yourself?
I'm gonna try and avoid the thrashing somehow, but also feel around for some sort of domed tortilish shape with my Inix hands, Inix claws.
Well, you wild shaping's a bonus. Is wild shaping a bonus action for you, or is it an action for you?
No, it's an action. I can't do anything.
Okay, so you are swimming down, but you can't do anything else this round. That's perfectly fine.
When Indito isn't terribly elegant usually in her sort of physicality, but when she transformed, the Inix was sort of quite serpentine and elegant, even for one of these sort of big, chunky lizard things.
Serpentine, you say?
I did say that casually. I dropped it in there casually.
Casually, serpentine, didn't you?
I did.
You did. Good.
I'm not sure it helps, but.
Are you getting there? No.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Kita, you see Indito do this and leap and transform and disappear into the silt. You're currently hanging onto one of these statues. What would you like to do?
So you said when the silt is heated up, it kind of dissipates into the air, kind of thing.
It's sort of firestorms, yeah. Like if you put too much flame over, not sand. Sand's too thick and it crystallizes. Something thinner like dust. It tends to sort of create blowback and create this sort of almost like firestorm swirl.
Okay, so I'm gonna heat up my entire body.
Like a storm of sparks.
Yeah,
like
so
a storm
I
of sparks.
climb out of there using the statue. Just so
you're on the statue. That's fine.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna climb up the arm, and I'm just gonna push it down as I'm pulling myself.
It does
out.
sort of it's not very solid. It does sort of move slightly as you move your way up it.
Oh god.
Are you gonna? Are you heating yourself up as you get out of the silt, or as you stay in it?
As I get out, so it can be easier to pull myself out of it.
Yeah. You get these sort of sparks off you as this silt, very thin, very fine, almost ignites in places and creates these sort of swirls of air, and bits of the silt get kicked up around you, and get sort of almost like little miniature swirls around you. And the guards above watching you do this just sort of. Can you help with the boss out? You're his new friend. Help get the boss out.
Yeah, I could try. So
Thanks.
She walks over there, and did I see where Indito jumped into the silt?
Yeah, it wasn't that far from you. It's 10 feet from you.
Okay. So this is gonna be a random item that I have, but it has some weight. So I'm gonna use a crowbar that I have, and I'm gonna tie some rope to it, and I'm gonna put it in the silt, and I'm gonna stomp on it so it can go inside, and hopefully Indito sees this object just out of nowhere, and hopefully she'll grab it. So I'm just hoping for the best.
So you start fishing.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
Great minds. You go fishing. Okay, cool. Yep, that's a thing. Chronicle, you're a rock. Kelestes.
You too, Chris.
You're welcome.
You rock as well.
No, what does that mean?
Indito, the thrashing that you're nearby gets more and more panicked and intense, and there's a final sort of twitchy wriggle, and then nothing. And a crowbar floats past your head. Yeah, and that just happened. Be proud of yourself, Cord.
It's a happy dance of regret and feelings,
yeah,
but yeah, this is a dark one.
Oh my god.
Gulag, there are still 3 figures around you. Indito has moved off, and you can see, looking around, you can see that some of the other guards are now out of this space. Like, you're not quite sure what's going on, but there are still 3 figures around. You still look pretty angry.
The other ones aren't like around us though. They're not like coming.
No, they're moving off. They're moving off very much. I mean, the people who are leaving are like, nope, like just getting out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, he's just trying to hold them there in this place to stall as long as possible to give his allies as much time as possible. So he keeps himself positioned between them and the crack that leads into the temple itself. And one more time, he takes a deep breath and nobody can hear, and he spins his axe around, and he's going to try a wide sweep and see if he can't manage to get all 3 of these fellas.
So it's the kind of attack roll where you hit all 3, and actually it's just one attack that cuts through all of them.
Yeah,
nice.
That's the idea.
Dig it. Let's see what happens.
All right. So a 13
hits.
Okay, so that's going to be 14 slashing damage versus the one that's already like down a limb.
Yeah, that one is now dead.
Okay.
So one just gets bisected on the first hit.
With bonus action, I'm gonna for Great Weapon Master, I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to do the second attack with a sweep against the one that Adito hit once.
Yes.
An 18.
That hits, yeah.
Okay, plus. This is going to be 10 slashing damage to that one.
Okay, that one is not downed by that.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm going to go ahead and take my third attack against that one.
Cool, no problem.
So I imagine like he cleaves through 2 of them, but it gets stuck. Like the axe gets stuck like part way into the second person, and he like lifts them up, and he's just trying to like push up through them. It'll be 23.
Yeah,
11 more slashing damage.
Yeah, that one, as you pick them up with the axe, just sort of like falls apart as you pick them up and drop them off. The third one is going to run away. Do you do an attack opportunity as he runs?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay. Another 25.
My Great Weapon Master on this one.
Yeah, there we go.
No, it's a natural one.
As he runs, you just like launch out, and he's gone. He's gone by the time you smack and impact the roof like nothing at all. But you can see all the rest of these guards are now running off. And Rick, as you can see that on the inside, the 2 that were looking down, looking at this whole situation, they're both going like, okay, this is someone's no, and everyone's backing up. We're out of initiative. All of the guards are now leaving, and from like if you step outside of your cone of silence, this other guard is also running. I mean, guard, they're all raiders, but yes, you can hear from the rest of the city shouts and lots of like people working out what's going on and what to do about it. You have no idea how much time you will have, but yeah, this is gonna be an interesting situation. If you head inside, we're out of initiative. So Indito, you are pawing through the silt. You will eventually find Cronkwall. Cronkstone.
Still attached.
Still attached.
I wasn't even looking for a stone tortle. Oh dear.
Keita, there are no You don't catch anything. Rickus, what are you doing?
Rickus at this point probably pops their head back through the crack towards Steve, and like kind of sticks a hand up to Gulag, like, and waves.
Oh, hey, Rickus, sorry about throwing you too far. I hope it didn't hurt. I thought you were going to be heavier than you. I'll do better next time.
I'm okay. I'm real bendy, so it kind of just bent.
Oh, good. I was worried. Hey, how's it going down there? Because out here, it's crazy. Everyone's like, they're running back, they're screaming. Like entire, like huge numbers of these raiders are very agitated in the city right now.
Well, good news. Two good news. Found Reissa, and I think big, weird, I didn't really see him, kind of weird, snaky dude, dead now, I think. Pretty sure he's dead. Bad news, Chronicle's down in the silt with big, snaky, dead dude. I think he turned to stone. Can't really tell. It was really hard to tell from up here. But that kind of just happened. So that's all happening down there.
Indeed, if you surface from the silt, you can't collect Chronicle. He is latched on to the dead. He's latched on to the dead snake.
If I could bite through the bit of the dead snake that he was latched onto, is there any chance of me being able to lift just stone Chronicle?
Wait, he already weighed 425? How much was it? An insane weight, wasn't it? Like, he already weighed a lot, and now he's made entirely of stone.
No, stone.
Oh.
Yes.
God.
Hang on, how much did you weigh? I'm going to do the maths. How much did you weigh?
Oh no, I thought I wrote it down. Oh no. Where is it on these things? I thought I had it.
Underweight.
We went with 400. There's no.
Yeah, I think you said
400
400 last time.
Oh, it is 450. Yep, there it is. It's way up top.
Okay, so 450 pounds. If you were made of stone, if you were turned to stone. Okay, I've got a good way.
Limestone.
Oh, shush.
Sandstone.
How much does Michelangelo's David weigh?
That's the closest approximation. That we
Riveting content
I mean,
here.
I'm very proud of this, Google.
That's a good one.
I could literally ask my Google Nest this question, but I think that might be a weird thing to do. So I'm just going to type it in.
When you first described Chronicle, actually, Michelangelo's David just was what.
Oh my God! Chronicle now weighs 12,500 pounds.
Excuse me?
NXs are probably big.
Wait.
I'm going to need a whole pulley and lever system.
Michelangelo's David weighs as much as 80 men.
One gulag could probably do it.
That's true. Gulag's very strong. You can't go
12,000 is a lot.
Gulag weighs that much.
12,500.
He only weighs 1,600.
Oh, it's 1,000 pounds. Oh no.
Gulag's gonna ask Rickus, hey, I was kind of banking that when we killed that, boss down there, that they would just transform back to flesh. Is that not what happened?
Nope. Everyone's still real stone. Actually, I think Reissa's missing a finger now. But like still stone finger.
He's gonna hate that.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, I guess we should go down there. I've been hanging out in here because there were guards down there, but then they all ran away because I guess things are too weird. But we should probably go down there to do stuff, right?
Peter, your
I think
fishing line is not catching anything. It's just you holding a crowbar in some silt.
I will just while I'm still in the silt as an NX, I will go back to the crowbar.
Oh.
Go down to the stone.
Oh, someone's pulling at the crowbar. Okay.
I don't want too hard. Sorry. And to the best of the large and clumsy lizard's ability, attempts
Yes.
to tie the rope and the crowbar around a turtle with my big claws while swimming.
So I feel the rope starting to like do this, and I'm
Yeah.
like, just hook it, just hook it.
Well, if there is or if there's like a hole that I could, wedge it in, like, oh god, what if he
hole?
breaks?
What
if I
kind of
break
hole
it?
are we talking
Like
about?
a wedge between it,
Like in a shell,
Yeah, like something.
It is hard because I did tuck all of my limbs in.
That makes it easier, I expect. I think that makes it
I don't know. Maybe.
If I can get it in there and then what?
Can we not do the hand gesture? Okay, so you're.
Oh.
Can we just find a hole to? Yeah.
This is important D&D
I'm
planning.
gonna find out. You've got to dig deep in the hole and then. Okay. There you go.
Can't wait to blur those.
Yes,
Right.
you find an orifice to stick your crowbar in.
Thanks. That's what I was looking for, so that's fine.
It was
I'm
there.
glad
It was on
I
the
could
line.
assist.
Thing is just...
For good orifice jamming.
Yeah, good.
Tortofice.
I need to roll anything?
No. No. Okay, the crowbar
That's
is
fine.
wedged inside Chronicle. Good.
Okay.
And
Do I look as good as I feel?
I'm coming back out.
Mhm.
And trying to get up onto the, as it still has an Enix, onto the thingy.
yeah, there is some. The gantry does go down to the silt level at various points where clearly statues are taken and dropped into the silt. Like that is clearly part of the process here. But you can get to like a ground level effectively. Akita, you're still on one of these statues holding the line, which is now wedged into Chronicle. Gulag, Rickus, you can join this horrible scenario. And what would you like to do?
Definitely point out Reissa for everybody to see.
Yeah.
Hey, Indeedo, did we have a part of the plan that included them not being stone anymore? Was that? I just can't remember.
A large
Wait,
lizard blinks.
Where's Indeedo?
Can we just get them out of here and then we can talk about that part later? And like Kita is like slow, like trying to pull as hard as she can. She can't.
Roll me a strength check.
This is the strongest form I've got, man.
Okay.
Be careful not to break off.
12,000 is a lot. That's a
Any important
lot.
Oh yeah,
That
don't break
is-
off
that
any
is-
important bits. I mean, it's
That
in an
is a
orifice.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, okay. Whoa, I'm so glad it was a 20. I'm so nervous. Just pop my head off.
Oh my God.
Casually.
So you have to just pull it.
What is your strength score?
Oh God. Oh, let me check.
Oh.
So my strength modifier is a 0.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What's the score?
I rolled a nat. Wait, what do you mean?
The score is your strength
your
score.
ability score.
Oh, my
10.
ability score. Oh, okay.
11.
Hold on just a sec.
I mean, it doesn't matter either way. It's 150 or 155 pounds.
10.
Cool. You can lift 150 pounds. With a natural 20, I would say that you find inhuman Ingenasian strength within you and can lift double your regular lifting capacity, which is 300 pounds. There's another 12,200 pounds of lifting to go. I think you just... And you do feel a faint sort of like pop and you have no idea what it was.
I'm going to say that I think David would be if Gulag was turned to stone. Because he's giant.
To be
That's
fair,
fair.
she lifted Gulag out of a sand pit. I mean, a silt pit, okay? So, like...
How much does
I just
Gulag
did a
weigh?
Google, and David's very tall.
1,600 pounds. He weighs 1,600 pounds.
Okay, look, for fairness and reason, you feel a sort of faint, like you can feel like a grinding shift, like dragging an anchor across the bay, like, but you don't lift. You don't get any lift in any way.
Just like
It's gonna be really hard to get them out of here. And there's all these raiders running around, like lots of them. Pretty sure they know something bad happened here. So, hey, where's Indito? I feel like we're missing a really important part.
I think Rickus and Kita both point at the lizard.
The lizard's going to
Okay.
try and help Kita with the rope by also putting...
That's fine. I've just been informed that Michelangelo's David is 5.5 meters tall. So let's halve. No, wait. You have to.
Well, let's just throw another zero on it. So I'll be 4,000.
No.
And if Gulag turned it, he'd be 12,000.
If Gulag would turn to stone, he'd be 12,000. I agree with that principle. In which case, if we quarter it, Chronicle weighs about 4,000. So 4,000 pounds. At this point in time, Kita's managing to drag Chronicle across the base of this temple like an anchor, but so far hasn't managed to generate any lift. Indito, would you like to roll a strength check as well, see if we can generate some lift?
Yeah, what was Kita's number? Like...
A natural 20.
No, I mean, like, the amount we would have to add up. I mean, is this even possible? That's what I'm saying here.
I would like to see us try.
I think it is.
Kita is currently managing to pull 300 pounds.
Well, I rolled a 4, so that's my contribution. Oh wait, no, that was mine.
Yeah.
That wasn't the lizards. What's the lizard's
Yeah.
strength? One sec. Where are my Inix stats?
What is its strength score? Okay, in the meantime, Gulag, are you assisting?
Yeah,
Yes.
he doesn't look confident, but he tries. Can he reach Rysar?
Yeah.
Maybe he'll try to pick up Rysar just to be like, all right, well, if Kita can grab
that's something.
Chronicle and drag Chronicle, I could probably, I don't know. He'll try to see if he can get Rysar.
Sure.
A
Inixes
22.
are very strong.
You pick up Rysar. He's heavy, but you two-handed. Has to be two-handed. You manage to pick up this stone Rysar and just like plonk him down on the gantry, which sort of like bends very clearly.
I don't know how we're gonna get out of the city like this.
And Inix has a strength score of 20, but I still only rolled a 3, so...
Okay, so it's an 8.
Hey!
No, but that means it's... I'm allowed with an 8, so 20 times 15, that's how you work this out. You can... if you help Kita, the two of you are just... Like, you can't see Chronicle move, but you're managing to drag something through the silt. It is possible now for there to be some drag, although Chronicle is currently being dragged under the silt, and you have no idea what's happening to Chronicle.
Kind of because the gig is up, like, we're not being stealthy anymore. I think we stopped being stealthy, like, several minutes ago. But, I mean, we're not gonna stop being not stealthy because we're carrying two very heavy. They're already really big people before it. Now they're really, really big. No, not much bigger, but much heavier. Maybe we just get the ship to help. Because we have a whole ship. Ship can help lift.
It can definitely fly, so maybe it can get as close as it can, and we just attach them to the ship.
I mean, I did the same thing with water barrels. It did the same thing,
Ship.
so...
Ship, can you hear us? Hello? I don't think it can hear us.
Are you signal You vaguely get like sort of words, but it's like it's clearly too far away for a proper
Incredibly
conversation.
out of like 1 bar of signal. Hello.
Yes, 1 bar. 1 bar. Who is this, sir? Who's calling me?
Hey, it's Gulag and all your friends, your new friends. We're at a temple, and
sorry, you're breaking
temple,
up. Are you going through a tunnel?
Temple, not a tunnel. Temple. Big dome.
Your temple.
Dome.
I think Rick is at this point. It's just like
right now.
I'm gonna go get, and like it's just kind of like already walking out. Just be like, I'm up.
God.
Can I?
Yes.
Just because of what you said, can I turn my pulling on the rope into a lifting from underneath and making sure that Stone Chronicle doesn't bash into and lose any bits in the dragging?
So you can swim beneath the silt and sort of. You can't lift Chronicle; it's too heavy. You can sort of like. You can chivvy, but it also means Kita's doing all the pulling by themselves. So by herself, sorry.
Oh, so
yeah,
there's like. So I can't switch it to a lifting from underneath rather than a pulling, like.
How do you get underneath it? It weighs 4,000 pounds.
I thought it was in the silt. Is it on the bottom? I thought it was just floating in the silt, and I'm swimming around.
The silt is basically very fine dust.
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying not. Oh gosh, just don't want any bits to fall off. That's all.
I understand.
Chris, can I make maybe like a nature check or something? Because I imagine being a sailor, Gulag's had to fish people out of silt before. Maybe there's some sort of methodology that he might be able to discern could help here.
I mean, Don, if you have a clever idea, you tell me.
Okay. This is like my idea check.
For me to have some crazy idea, which I don't have either. Corn threw us all with this. This isn't like me going, "Oh, I've got a plan." I haven't got a plan. He ruined it.
How about nature survival? Maybe.
You can roll anything you want. I'm not going to have an answer.
Okay.
What is your plan?
So the plan is maybe burning away the silt, right? Because that is something you can do.
That is something you can do.
And then it becomes a much finer sort of ashy material that would like basically sink it down. You'd be able to move it around very easily.
It would spark and burn out and very quickly collapse in on itself. Like if you made like a tunnel down, it would just collapse in. It's got no internal structure. So, yes, Shamini, what is it?
Would it help if the silt was sort of like cleared away, so that at least there wasn't the weight of the silt pushing down on top of him when we were trying to pull? Would that make it easier to pull?
I would say that if you could create a flame effect large enough to get down, like 20 feet down into the silt, and then find a way, once that was cleared, to yank Chronicle out of the silt, that would make this all significantly easier, yes.
Okay. I have something that might help if you will allow, Chris. Which is, we were talking before about the spell Erupting Earth.
Yes.
Which usually makes churned earth and stone and makes it all difficult terrain. Could I use it to
erupt
like
Chronicle out of the silt?
I mean, if I can, great.
Chronicle's made of stone. Like, this is what this spell, like, bits of earth erupt out of other bits of earth. I would allow that this is a very clever use of the spell Erupting Earth to catapult Chronicle out of the silt.
Okay, in that case, Indito's going to try it. So she's faffing around as an Enix. She's going to come back up, jump back on, transform back into her sort of humanoid form, apart from just the eyes, which are still slitty. And the quarterstaff transforms as well, and brings the quarterstaff down, slams it onto the silt. And again, that like flickering scales effect, and just sort of hisses at the silt and casts Erupting Earth. And I'm going to see what happens.
with a boom. If the earth you are erupting is Chronicle with a boom, Chronicle just like a cork out of a bottle just goes flying out. And Cord, do you want to roll me can you roll me a dexterity saving throw using Chronicle's stats? It's really just to see what happens.
What if I break him? I don't want to break him.
I think I'd also be flying with him too, because I'm still attached to him.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect. Dexterity saving throw?
Maybe that will help. That's going to help.
14.
Yeah, Chronicle goes and goes flying out one of the cracks and just like a bullet out of a cannon, just goes flying. And Kita, you wait, what? Go flying out, dragged out after him. You're like, are you grabbing hold? Are you grabbing hold?
Absolutely. I'm trying to keep them from flying like out of the temple, like into the silt or somewhere dangerous. I'm gonna try to grab them and maybe like pull them back.
Okay, roll me a dexterity saving throw to grab Keita as she goes flying.
Okay. A 16.
You manage to grab hold. Now roll me a strength saving throw.
A natural 20, which is a 27 for me.
You grab it and just like power arm, and you can feel like that you've definitely
sliding.
like pulled it out the socket slightly in a nice way, but it's like a nice crack, not a dislocating. And you've managed to grab hold of Keita and grab hold therefore of Chronicle, who, and then suddenly the rope goes taut, and suddenly this rock just disappears into the silt again.
Oh,
About
really?
Can I try to grab it?
50 feet over. No, it's 50 feet outside the building. Like it's a mess. Like you are. I will say, because we're tight on time. I will say, because we're tight on time, that Rickis can go and get the Sirocco. And Rickis, as you go back through the rest of Tarelon, you do realize that most of Tarelon seems to now be pretty much abandoned. The raiders have left. They are not comfortable with any of this and have no idea what's happened. There's still clearly some around that are probably going to like, yeah, we'll do our own thing. But Kelestes was really the glue keeping this bunch of reprobates together, and without him. So you are able to get the Sirocco. You're able to get the Sirocco back into the city, get it through some of these very wide boulevard-style avenues, and in doing so, maybe with more uses of erupting earth, you can manage to get the stone forms of Reissa and Chronicle onto the deck of the ship. That's fine.
Definitely not damaging the ship whatsoever. As we
Now
literally
is on a tilt.
Yeah.
Skips
we
through.
roll
You put one either
Maybe.
side, it's fine.
True.
Yeah. And Dito's a bit like, I don't get a lot of chance to practice that. And the next time.
No, it's like golf with a turtle shell. Like, how would you have practice with that? Chronicle.
And a corpse. Still
Chronicle.
attached to it.
Oh
Yes.
god, yeah.
No, the corpse got blown off by the erupting earth. That's fine.
Oh, God.
Chronicle, we rolled it for Reissa earlier, so I think it's only fair we roll it for you now. Roll me a flat d20
Why?
to see how much damage the rock takes.
I regret this decision. Oh, that's cocked.
You called it early.
I rolled a 3.
Ah. 20s were good. So, no, 20s were like, the higher it went, the more stuff was damaged. So on a 3, you have some strange scuff marks on you, like the stone version of you has been damaged, but you don't have any long-standing, like, you're not missing a finger. So the statues of Chronicle, it's cosmetic. The statues of Chronicle and Reissa are now on the Sirocco, as are all of you, and you can leave Tarelon behind if you want to. The captain does look at this and go, would it be good if I didn't ask what happened?
I mean, we could tell you what happened.
I'm all ears as to why another person is now made of stone, and you brought a new friend, which is great. And okay, Well, job's a good one. Should we keep going?
Yeah, do you know anyone who knows how to turn stone back into people? Maybe.
I mean, personally speaking, I'm not big on that, but maybe the ship does.
I do have an old idea of someone who might be able to help, so I'll
Indita, you have no idea what's going on. The ship isn't talking in your head.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do for you.
And the ship will start turning to the north and start making its way out of Tarelon, back in the direction that you're trying to go, but maybe for a detour? Maybe to help with some non-stoning of people? We shall see. But that's where we'll have to pick up next time, as we are out of time. Good. That was an incredible move. That person had a lot more hit points and a lot more things that they could do, but nope, you just drowned them in silt.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a definite move.
Very excited for that.
Yeah.
Well, you said earlier, you were like, all right, well, let's do this. And I was like, and you're like, it's probably going to be really hard. And I was like, well, and then I don't know what it was. I just had an epiphany right before my turn. I was like, if I have one action, how can I stop this thing? And my intention was just to keep them held during combat, not to potentially kill them. So
you're a bit loud. The music's a bit loud. I can't really hear you.
Oh, that does make sense.
There we go. Good stuff. Thank you, bud. Oh, great. That's all good. No, it's fantastic. Really cool move. I love that.
Thank you.
Different take on combat yet again, which is always fun with you people. You do combat in your own special way. Who'd like to jump in? Who has thoughts? Who has feelings? How are you feeling? How's everyone doing?
I feel great.
Yeah,
I'm feeling
good.
Great.
Go ahead, Don. How you feeling? You said good.
Yeah, no, I had a blast today. I thought it was an awesome move. Cord and Chronicle drowning this very powerful individual in silt. That's good problem solving.
Also drowning a thing in silt that is partly made of the silt and worships it is the most beautiful just desserts ever. Wonderful.
Great irony. Yeah, I loved it. So I'm excited to see what happens next. Obviously, we have the goal now of unstoning 2 of our friends, but that's a goal that I feel like we are positioned to accomplish. I have no idea how, but I'm excited to find out. But I had a great time. Loved getting to play with Shamini again. I loved getting to do the sort of pulpy action sequence that we did today. It was super fun. Can't wait for next time and just to see what happens next. I feel like I learned, me the player learned a few things, I think, today. So we'll see if Gulag can catch up to me next week, maybe.
Okay, good stuff.
But I'm Don, Donathan Fry on Twitter. Follow me if you'd like. I am the creative director here on LFM Network, and I am the dungeon master for our twin campaign, also set in Dark Sun, Journey to the Obsidian Spire. So check that out Mondays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. As I think Chris and I have started to just take plot points and throw them at each other just to see what happens, which is turning out to be a lot of fun.
Seriously, Obsidian Spire is fantastic and really, really good, but also way more serious. They're clearly taking it like it's a serious campaign for serious people. So if that's your vibe, then go that direction. Or if you want the silly, dumb shit, you got to come here. That's what we do.
Hey, we did some work today. I'd like to see them take on a whatever Mandusa.
Oh my God, Cord. Well, Cord, I think that's your intro to tell us all about you and what you're up to.
All right, well, fine. I will gladly. Hello, everyone. I'm Cord, Mythomatic producer, and also a Mandusa. I am now the Mandusa of D&D. Glad you're all watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of the community. Thanks for having me, everybody. Thanks for letting Chronicle be weird and letting me do crazy things like say no to saving myself from petrification and seeing if we can tell a different story. Really appreciate those kinds of moves and saying yes and really good role play and stuff like that. So thank you, everybody. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch of the same name, Mythomatic. I role play, I stream video games, I role play in everything I can. So yeah, and I'm always down to talk about TTRPGs and role play as well. Thanks for watching, and that's me.
Thank you very much, Cord. Excellent stuff.
Thank you.
Well, Bree, that was a... I don't know how many times I can lay at your feet that you're an assassin and you can do loads of damage in the first round.
That was a lie. It's funny because I feel like Kita hasn't even done any assassin-y things yet. She's just
Not one.
She's literally just been pulling tons of weight magically. So just roll it with it. But my name is Bree. You can find me at burrito_ with 3 E's on Twitter, and you can find me at burrito on Instagram. I'm doing a lot of TTRPG stuff in the community, doing various campaigns, just random one-shots here and there. So be on the lookout for those kinds of announcements. And I'm also an affiliate for Swordsfall RPG. And I have my own merch shop. So go ahead and check it out. I released it a little while ago. So yeah, I have a lot of cool products on there. So
Bree. Tell them about the slogans on your shirts. I've already seen them, and I think they're great, but you pitched them. They're real good.
Thank you. Okay, so there's one shirt that says "No, I'm not a drow," which is specifically for the Black community. There's another one called "Social Justice Beast," and it has that on a beanie and also t-shirts as well. And then on another t-shirt, there's a design, Black Hearts and Black Art. So yeah, and there's some mugs, there's some, like I said, there's some beanies, there's a tank top, there's some phone cases, and I'll be releasing more products as we go. But yeah, just to put it,
I love No, I'm Not a Drow. I love it. I literally laughed. I laughed for a good solid 10 seconds. It was great.
I have had so many white people message me already. Why I'm so angry that I can't get the shirt. And I'm like, well, that's too damn bad. So
thank you. It's not for you. Like there's a lot of things that aren't for you, white people.
Right.
Says a white person.
Just let us have this one thing.
It's awesome. I dig it. Thank you for making that. Good. Excellent. Kiana, how's life? How's tricks? That was a lot. You got yeeted 80 feet.
Yeah, I did. So Don and I have
the past tense of yeeted? I don't know.
Yote? I don't know. No.
I'm 34 years old. I can't even use the word yeet.
Yeah, Don and I talked about it before. I gave him explicit permission, basically, when we're making characters, like, just throw me. So
Possible special. It's a classic.
I mean, it still works out either way. I was stressed out for most of the episode. Vickers was just chill. They were just like, hey, I'm just gonna hang out here. Oh, there's Reissa. Oh wow, here's this entire scene folding out in front of me. I'm just gonna chill over here and just wait until things settle down.
Rogues.
Yeah. You know, it wasn't really anything for Rickers to do at that point. It was just like, hey.
I'm going to watch all of this and judge you all on your choices. Right.
And then I'll show up and be like, oh, there's the thing that you were looking for several rounds ago. But yeah, this was awesome as always. Love being here. I will not be here next episode because I have off and away. But y'all can find me over on Twitter at KennaS. Best way to figure out what I'm doing. I'm on the internet doing all sorts of role-playing things, whether that's streaming, writing, or shouting to the void. I am the co-producer of Salty Sweet Games. We do TTRPG and video game stuff over there, so you can go find me there most of the other time. Otherwise, just find me here. And doing more weird chaos rat stuff and maybe getting thrown some more, hopefully not
weird chaos
80 feet 80 feet beyond where I need to go, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot. That was a thing, and that was impressive. It was very, very impressive.
Some really fun moves
in there. And Shamini.
Oh my gosh.
How's guesting going?
That was so stressful. Every time I thought that our complete lack of plan couldn't go any more badly wrong, it did. I don't think
You and I have played D&D together for over 3 years. How are you still surprised by this?
This was extreme. Oh man, it was a lot. Although I did just really enjoy getting to occasionally take a break, and have Gulag and Rikus just having chit chats. I was like, yes, this is
wholesome content we came here for. Yeah, exactly.
totally here for this. More of this.
I mean, I really want the conversation of what's it like being small. I don't know what's it like being tall. To be just 20 minutes of chat. I think we could probably extend that. That'd be good.
That's what I need.
Shamini, tell the people all about you and what you do.
Yeah, I loiter around on Twitter at Espandel, doing not as impressive stuff as everyone else does, but I do.
Stop putting yourself down.
I can't help it. I make cool science videos. Science is awesome. Love science. And also captain a ship on the Sea of Swords in Adventurers Wanted's Forsaken D&D show, which is awesome. And come along.
Wow, that sounds like a great show. Sounds like the kind of show you should definitely go and watch for the DM.
Yeah, DM's alright too, but my character's so cool.
Yes, fair. Yeah. Audience, I DM that show as well, so that's why I'm being so positive about myself. Yes, Sea of Swords Forsaken, that's on Monday evenings, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. BST. That's 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time, PDT, I think it's called, Pacific Daylight Savings Time. So yes, that is, do catch that as at twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted. Otherwise, loads of other stuff coming up. Check out at Adventurers250 or at Chris Hislop for me. I DM this, I DM that, I DM many things. I am everywhere. Correct response. Good. Right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, audience, wherever you are, whatever time of day you have joined us, whatever medium you have joined us in. If you just heard our delightful voices or seen our excellent faces, thank you so much for being part of the experience. Couldn't do any of it without you. Thank you for chatting in the Twitches, for commenting on the YouTubes, for reviewing the podcasts and tweeting and the retweeting and the sharing and the... what do you do on Instagram? Liking? I don't know. I'm old.
No one knows. What do you do?
No,
Someone give me that.
Our expert Toby Osmond isn't here to tell us about the Instagram.
Oh, right. It's true.
Oh, so you grandstand and show off about nothing. Yeah, okay. He's on the ground. Okay, good. Anyway, thank you so much for all the places where you've joined us and being part of the audience experience. Couldn't do any of it without you. Big thanks to Dark Dice, Level Up Dice, and Wormwood Gaming, who are a big part of supporting and presenting what we do and how we do it. Join us next week for more ship-based shenanigans. No Kiana, sadly, but Shamini stays with us for one more week. And then the light of our lives, the love of our loins, Toby Osmond, returns.
I love Toby. I'm so sad I'll miss him.
I love Toby too, very much. And now he has one finger less.
All right, bye.